Hi everyone, welcome to the Anime Malta universe. My name is Biggie and today I'm ranking my favorite anime characters from Bleach 1000-Year Blood War. Let's get it.
挽回北上天元妙挽回鉄拳さすかぜ挽回
So it's at the end of the year and it's about that time to do our year wrap up, right? Time to get into the nitty-gritties of our favorite characters. And before I go further into the video, if you haven't seen Bleach 1000-Year Blood War, careful for spoilers ahead because I will be going in. So the scope of this video will be for the 2023 Bleach 1000-Year Blood War, so forget about Old Man Yamamoto because he did not make this list. I'm also going to be making a top 10 disappointment list. Yeah, that should be very interesting because there's a couple of characters that really disappointed me in this arc. But without any further delay, let's get into the video. Starting up with number 8, I've got my man Renji Apparai. Okay, so it was really great finally seeing Renji, get a proper power up and kick some ass, man. The one thing I always appreciate about Renji is how badass this dude is and his willingness to never give up. I mean, look at the power gap between Renji and Ichigo, yet every time I think about Renji, it doesn't feel like, or he feels like a peer of Ichigo. And it was also great seeing the real form of Zabimaru, or should I say Soho Zabimaru. I like the compact form instead of it being so a big target, being big, bulky and slow. And the battle he had with Mask the Mescaline, I think it really showed us how much of a power up Renji really had. Coming in at number 7, I've got the king of the Quincy, okay, the main villain of this arc, which is your boy Yu Haba Haba. I just love how much this dude's power is so well realized, right? And it's so unique when I think about other villains in Bleach. Keeps it fresh. I love how his lore just keeps growing and growing. His demeanor also always cool, calm and collected. And his final battle with Ishibe, just the sheer strength of this guy. It goes to show you that definitely this is the king of the Quincy. The one thing I will say that I hate about him is generally how he's cold towards the Quincy, especially the weak ones. I mean, I can understand that it plays into how cold his character is, but damn bro, have some loyalty towards your subordinates. But yeah, I look forward to exploring more of Yu Haba Haba. I can't wait to see how he actually survives that battle with Ishibe. Coming in at number 6, I've got Kushiki. Okay, Byakuya Kushiki. I mean, how could I not have my favorite arrogant character here, right? Seeing my man kick ass without the use of his bankai was nothing short of amazing. I think Kushiki somewhat embodies how a true captain should be. Just the way he carries himself, that swag, man, and when he shows up, that he's definitely going to do so. He's gonna kick some ass. Again, how distinct his power is, being pink flowers. Also, how his power is a great representation of speed. I also loved how he was such a brother to Rukia this season. You can tell that he definitely, he's a renewed man. I cannot forget about his one-liners, bro. How many bangers did Kushiki have whenever he was on screen? But yeah, that's Kushiki at number 6. Now, coming in at number 5, I've got the main protagonist, which is my boy Ichigo Kurosaki. In a standard grade shonen anime, Ichigo would definitely be top 3, but for some reason this arc is not resonating with me that much. In most of the series, I felt like his story was at the back. He wasn't really center stage. The saving grace is that between all other characters, he does get a relative good amount of screen time, which actually saves his character. His fights are also great. When he finally came back from the Royal Palace and took on some of the Stenrita, man, that shit was hard. I mean, Ichigo has speed, super strength, and he can shoot off powers like using Getsuga Tensho, which gives him like a well-rounded power set, unlike characters like your Kenpachi Zaraki who solely rely on brute strength. Ichigo so far has not been my favorite character in his own story, but I hope next year my opinion will change about his character and we can go back to feeling that Ichigo is the actual protagonist of his story. Coming in at number 4, oh man, I've got the Ice Queen. Here, I'll admit it, this is purely from fanning out. That entire Bankai reveal was so amazing. The entire design just put Toshiro to shame. She looked so beautiful, dude, literally like a queen, right? Even the camera work in revealing the design was so amazing. You know, when they went all the way from the bottom to the top and then they zoomed in on her face, man, I was like, this is great choreography and camera work. I also liked how the powerful attack was, right? It was quite a long range and very destructive. The drawback of the power was also great, which meant that Rukia also had some form of limitations, because if she can actually break those limitations, Rukia is gonna be a problem. And then coming in at number 3, I've got our favorite mad genius, you know, Mayuri. Man, I don't know how many times on the show I died laughing at Mayuri's one-liners. Him and Kuchiki definitely need like a roast off, though I think Mayuri would definitely win because this dude is so condescending. I enjoyed that fight between him and Toshiro. His fighting technique, right, it's so unique and so appropriate for his character. It's not just brute force like most of the characters on Bleach, and I really cannot wait to see his Bankai Akesoke Jizo, if I'm not mistaken, because it's constantly evolving how the Bankai looks. Man, my man really looked like a Teletubby and I'm here for it. And then coming in at number 2, I've got Kenpachi Zaraki. Goodness, man, this dude is so amazing. You know, between him and Shunsi, I'm struggling who's my favorite character in Bleach, but I love Kenpachi. Finally seeing Nozaraji made such a big difference, dude. Like, it gave me so many goosebumps. This was probably my favorite fight since Captain Yamamoto's Bankai reveal, right? His fight with Grammy, goated. Fight is definitely making it to my top 10 fights of the year. Kenpachi cut a freaking Micho in half. Who does that, bro? Okay, I'm talking, this is Madara level stuff, dude. Okay, not Madara, but you know what I mean. His unwavering fear and lust for blood and battle, dude. I love this dude. If he had more story time, he would definitely be my number 1 on this list. And then coming in at number 1, man, Ishibe came through, dog. Nah. Ishibe definitely came through this season. I mean, you're not gonna talk to Yuhaba like that, dog, and not make it to my number 1, right? I was like, this dude literally deserves his title as arguably the strongest Shinigami in Bleach, right? The one dude who I definitely think that could take on Old Man Yamamoto, and his power very unique, right? The ability to wipe away anything, right? And his Bankai when he stole black all across the world. Even his attacks and action sequence with Yuhaba was amazing. Again, for me, it was the confidence that this guy has. But yeah, that's it for my favorite anime characters for Bleach 1000 Year, the separation, or part 2 of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. I cannot wait for part 3. Some of the things I look forward to, obviously Shunsu, man. I need more Shunsu, okay? And definitely Kenpachi's Bankai, and how, you know, the story between Ichigo and Uryu definitely concludes. But yeah, that's it for the video. Please rank your favorite Bleach characters in the comment section below. Let us engage on them and let me know what you're looking forward to in part 3 coming out in 2024.